back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz to another video. My name is Martindogger, this is Waddle Blitz, and we all know that update 6.9 brought a lot of hit points to the field in tier 10. It is the era of heavy tanks once again, and that means that tanks like this one, the Leopard 1, that tier 10 German medium tank, they might be in a bit of a sticky situation because, well, good gun, great mobility, laser accuracy, but no armor. And if heavy tanks don't have a lot of armor, they can really start pushing on you. And if you do things like this T92 E1 is doing, back to come on in 30 seconds. GG, he had a really great gaming experience, no doubt about it. This tank, the Hori T2, I think the Type 2, yeah, the T9 one. That's a new Japanese tank destroyer, and you can see with him 1 minute and Marquitas is responding to it to his team. Guys, well done, really well done. We're 1 minute into the game, we've lost 2 tanks and we haven't captured a single base. And then you might start thinking, oh god, I wish I was in a tank destroyer, because what you're gonna do in a Leopard. The Heavy's got a lot of hit points, they can angle, they can bounce shots, and you will need, I'd say, at least 2 shots to take all these tanks out, except if it's an FE215B. The tank only gained like 100 hit points extra, so that's just 1 more shot. That's doable. But let's not digress, let's not talk about these hit points, let's talk about the game, because Marquitas is nicely held down over here, as you can see. He bounces a shot from that direction, 640 Alpha, which means that it's either the T124 over there or the 704. This is a big hit in the phrase from the Hori Type 2, but he manages to clear it, so that's a good trade-off. Clear a tier 9 tank destroyer, have 2k damage done in total, block 640, and have evened the scores in terms of tanks killed, 2 versus 2. But that's quickly going to change, because you can see from the mini-map, his team and the red team are sort of running clockwise and counterclockwise. He's got support from an IS-7 and they're running on this 704 now. There's the motion towards the left in the town. He's gonna pop up over there. There he is. They're gonna clear the 704, but you can already see that they're gonna lose another tank, and it's basically like this every time in the game. Once they have evened the scores, they're gonna lose yet another tank. And then this is a bit of a gift. A motion out in the open, and a Leopard running around like this using the full possibilities of the mobility is still a great tier 10 medium tank. And if you then have support from an IS-7, that's even better. And if you then damage the engine of a motion, oh lovely, shooting through the side of the hull, 1 more shot into the motion, and then the IS-7 finishes off. They have once again evened the scores. The biggest problem now, however, is that Sheridan at the back and the unspotted E100 and the unspotted T110E4. Plus, of course, the base running, they are 300 points behind in terms of victory points. And Marquitas is gonna run in over here, trying to find the E100. There's a T110E4. Is he spotted? By the looks of it, he isn't, which means good news. That means he can sneak up onto this E100. Hopefully track him in place. Yes, there he is. Shoot him once. Lovely stuff. That is great. Get behind the building, reload, and even scores once more. And take a look at the damage. That is looking very ooh, that's I was gonna say that's looking very tasty, but this E4 knew what was coming. But he's also pinched now between a rock and a hard place, and then the rock being the IS-7 and the hard place being the DPM of the Leopard. And Marquitas has excellent situational awareness. He was kind of thinking, probably figuring out where that Sheridan was going, and he positioned himself behind this building so he could keep an eye out onto the desert. The Sheridan has a great gun, has big alpha damage, but it doesn't have that monstrous aim time, the monstrously quick aim time that the Leopard 1 has. And they have been evening the scores, and now they've managed to pull the scores into their favor. They are still behind in terms of victory points, but it's a 2 versus 1 now. Marquitas has to be a little bit careful with his hit points, because a big HE shell would probably kill him, so he's gonna stay behind this. Yes, he's gonna stay behind the IS-7 and then bounce a shot from the Sheridan And let's keep going then. Let's keep going. You have to chase him down. You can't go into B cap, otherwise he will know where you are. There's no time to capture A and C, because the Sheridan will then just be able to take you on 1 versus 1. And the Sheridan versus a Leopard, it all comes down to the skill of the driver, I think. And luckily, Marquitas is a really good driver, as you can see in the Leopard 1. He's capturing B now. Just stop that clock. Do not explode. Don't take an HE shell into your engine deck. And can he finish off? Of course he can. There he goes. Kills the Sheridan. 4 kills. As you can see, 6,632 damage dealt on that counter on the left. And 6,845 in total. Great game played in the Leopard 1, which shows that this tank is still very much viable in the current meta, provided you know what you are doing. Because it's not a very forgiving tank. Let's face it, he bounced 2 shots, but that was because he positioned himself well. He will not bounce a lot of shots in the Leopard. This tank, however, the Object 268, that is more of a bouncy machine. And it's driven by Geburgs Kathak from the Rai clan, and we're just gonna call you Dave, because that's better and easier to pronounce. And Dave is gonna set up over here. And you might start thinking, oh Martin, this is another tier 10 tank destroyer gameplay. He's just gonna sit on this ridge and he's gonna camp and he's just gonna farm the damage. Well, let me then reply and say yes, yes, and at the same time no, because he's gonna sit here for a bit, but he's not gonna farm the damage. He's just gonna wait it out. His team is completely spreading out. You see that? There's a few tanks in the southern end of the map. Ooh, there's a VK. Yes! Straight through, lovely stuff. And then there's shell bursts coming in. The Reds are pushing the Ice Lake in force. Bye-bye E50 on his team. That tank is already down. Well, 1 minute into the game. And Greens have lost a tank already. There are heavy tanks around the... what is it? C cap? I think, yeah. Northern end of the map. But things are not looking good. They've lost 2 tanks within just about 1 minute of the game. He can get this shot in onto the E100 and there he gets the bounce. A very lucky and welcome bounce. He's rolling backwards, Camo reset by now. No, Camo is not reset by now. That's a big hit. 721 in the lower plate. And Dave has to relocate. And that's a very catchy rhyme as well. Get shot in your lower plate. Time to relocate. And Davey is just constantly on the move. Is it going to be a sequence of 2 shots that he takes from one single position? Between every shot he is relocating. And he's taking his time as well. I mean, he's reloaded here. It might be tempting to go over the ridge and try to shoot that E50M down there. But he's realizing that the heavy tanks are pushing into his spawn. It's again clockwise versus counterclockwise. Both teams are running in opposite directions. And let's shoot this E100. Come on, come on. Yes, thank you. And an engine fire and an explosion. Nice damage. 1091 on that E100. He's killed 1 tank, 3k damage, 3.2k in total. And again, he's relocating. And I like this little move. Just up the ridge over here. Peek in between the 2 buildings. He has a camo nut on the 268. He's relying on his teammates to spot. He spotted himself, but he can shoot this 72. And again, just taking his time. Gets rewarded with a low roll because there's RNG for you. Because our Lord and Savior RNG giveth and taketh, and there's going to be more of it. And there's going to be more of RNG in this game and some Russian bias thrown in for good measure. Dave, in the meantime, has flanked back into spawn. He's going to shoot this motion. There we go. Get back into cover. Lovely stuff. And they have even the scores once more. But that's mostly in terms of tanks killed. When that VK killed the E50, it's not so much in terms of hit points. And Dave can put an AP shot through the top front plate of the mouse. It is really thick armor, but if you're shooting down on it, the armor angling is negated somewhat. He's then going to use a heat shell on the angle side of a mouse to get it at least down to a 1 shot. But you can see Dave is now precariously low on health. He's just a smothering of his health is remaining. The same goes for that mouse. And the mouse is making the epic mistake of turning around, trying to shoot the chieftain, because he's thinking, well, I can kill that tank. Yeah, but you're dead now yourself. You're dead now yourself because you showed your sight to an Object 268 and you knew he was there, We told you, you knew he was there, but you didn't listen. You didn't listen. And the FV215B is down. It wasn't achieved, it wasn't FV215B. Thanks to the E50M, and then Dave is going to set them over here, and that E50M tried to side scrape out. Fully spotted. That did not end well. Right. Nearly 3 minutes to go into the game. Dave is a one-shot. There's a full health offer coming in. What do? You load HE and you hope to shoot him, but he's already past you. So then you start praying to Orange Jesus and hope your Stellaminian armor can save you. And the E50M is already thinking, oh, this is a one game. This is a one game. All the Waffle has to do is just get up behind Dave, shoot him in the butt, 640 Alpha, no problem whatsoever, no questions asked. So what's he gonna do? Shoot HE and hit the gun. There we go. 1194 damage right through the front with the HE. And who's going to reload quick? It's going to be the Waffle. So let's put the gun into the gun. Yes, bounce once more and kill him. LOL, says everybody in chat. 8k damage for Dave in the Opic 268. And this is typically Blitz. People dying really quickly. RNG given and taken. And just a little smattering of Russian buyers. And then, oh, sorry, that's too many Russian buyers. Shouldn't have happened. and then we have this game by Eternal Catharsis in the Hori Type 3, that new tier 10 Japanese tank destroyer. Really big, bulky tank. Kind of looks top heavy. Like, if it's driving around like this, it almost makes me feel like, oh, it will topple over. And Eternal Catharsis is thinking the same thing. Is looking at the tank and then, you know, oh, this is cool. I want to go towards C cap, and then he doesn't, because his team is going towards A and B. And the medium is not spotting C, and then you start thinking, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? When in doubt, camp push. That's the best thing you can do. You can actually go up this little ridge over here at Oasis Palms and then use the bush to be a bit of a bush camper and use the gun oppression on the tank. It doesn't have a really wide gun arc, the Hori Type 3, but it has a great gun, great DPM, insane penetration on AP and on the enhanced AP. So hello FE215B, have 566 through the side, no problem whatsoever. And if you have your adrenaline running, you can just keep pumping out the shells. There we go, just over the ridge, into the back of the T-54. There we go. Hello IS-8. Would you like some of my shells as well? Please stay still, please sit still. Thank you very much. Well done, buddy, great stuff. 1717 damage dealt within a matter of seconds. Hello E50M. Thank you very much for roaring right into my line of sight, into my line of fire. And let me just roll down the ridge, reset camouflage, and once my gun is reloaded, I'm gonna pull up. This T123, however, just look on the ridge. There's Eternal Catharsis shooting the T-54 again. He's gonna roll forward. There's gonna be a T-123 on the ridge, spot it. He's gonna get spotted right about now, Funkstall brother. There he is. How did that tank not anticipate Catharsis from reappearing? I know he's in a tank destroyer, but he's on top of a ridge, sitting there and not ready to fire. It's just stupid. It really is stupid. But Eternal Catharsis is not done yet. He's gonna go towards the T-123, who still didn't figure out there is another tier 10 tank destroyer on his side. So he's getting whacked, and he has to turn around, or he has to drive down, he has to back off that little hill, and then doesn't really know what to do. You may have got the tank from all that mad games, from all the realistic mode grinding. Just get a tank without getting punished in your win rate whatsoever. But they could still lose this game. Just look at that. He's done 5.5k damage, and it's still a somewhat close game. Yes, they've got two bases, but they haven't really got the hit point advantage, and they are now losing base B. They have lost the tank. You can see you've done 5.5k damage, and it's still a close game. Doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Sheridan, for driving in front of me. Yes, behind the building, lose a little bit of hit points more. Hello, Sheridan. He didn't get the memo either. Just, people don't pay attention to the minimap. They get to tier 10 too quickly, and then you can do monsters games like this with a monster gun. It's just, he's going to shoot. That mouse is going to be Really great. Just sit down there, keep tank spotted, and Catharsis is happy to provide support fire. Only IS-8 gonna go forward. Boys won't cry. Let's just roll around this mouse. I know there's a big tank destroyer there. He just shot me. But we're gonna move. Try to flank around the mouse anyway. That shot goes into the ground. And we're just gonna save the mouse. There we go. Bam! Oh yeah, boys, don't cry, baby. You just rammed you to death. No problem, no problem. The IS-4 is then thinking, I want to kill the mouse. I want to kill the mouse. Let me just roll downward. Get tracked, get whacked, get wrecked. Yes, big shot into the back. And can he get the next kill as well? 4 kills. Get a top gun, get a top gun. Come on, get it. Top gun. Yes, top gun. 8,725 damage dealt, and I think it might be even a little bit more. That's the counter on the left. Monster game. Monster game in the Hori Type 3. Look at that. A lot of shots from distance, of course, obviously, but still. Great game. Thank you very much for allowing me to use it on the channel. That's it for today. Ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Send me your replays, martindoggerwotb@gmail.com. And I'll catch you all on the next video. Cheers and happy tanking.